already have done halfway through into the class, but yes, I'll go through first with the revision what we have already done, and then when I will just discuss the different theories being related to the emotions. As we have already discussed that emotions are somewhat are the feelings without which we cannot imagine our life. Emotions include happiness, fear, sadness, surprise and disgust. A lot of things being related to our feelings, and all those feelings are somewhat being related to the emotions. So emotion is somewhat being taken as a complex psychological phenomena which usually occurs in animals and in people who are there living. It is usually being labeled as an intense feeling and are usually directed at someone or something. So emotions include basically three things. You should have a conscious experience to them that you are going through with certain kind of feelings. Then also you have to express those emotions which are being seen and felt by the others also. And also the actions of the body means whatever you are experiencing, your body has to go through with certain physiological changes. These changes may include your heartbeat, may include your breathing, may include your perspiration. So these are the things which are somewhat being taken into consideration when we talk about the emotions. So physiological changes, the experience or the conscious experience which we are going through with, the cognitive thing, and also the behavior through which we show that in which emotion we are going through with. Emotions usually is being associated with the mood, whatever mood you have. Maybe it's also related to the temperament. Some people have a very short temper, they have a temperament that they usually cannot focus a lot, they have a little span of attention. Some have a very long span of attention, or maybe they can have a very controlled and very positive temperament. Sometimes it is also being related to the personality. There are different types of personality. For example, type A personality. Type A personality usually are very urgent, time urgent. They are very quick. They are very urgently do everything. And they eat fast, they talk fast, they walk fast, and they want to work fast and quickly. And they are not very much considerate about the errors which they are committing. So personality also, and vice versa to the type B. Type B is the vice versa and opposite of type A. So personality also is somewhat being associated with the emotions. As for example, type A usually lose temper very quickly as compared to the type B people. Again, there are certain dispositions. Dispositions are the inborn traits. You have those traits at the time of birth. When you are being born, you have those traits with you. You have your some kind of personality aspects or characteristics on which you keep on working, and it influences on your life. Throughout your life you have those characteristics and you have those traits with you, and through that you simply show and reflect your emotions according to those traits. Again, motivation plays an important role into the feelings, or is being associated with the emotions. If for example you are very motivated and eager to learn new things, so you have very positive feeling towards learning, so your motivation is associated with the emotions. But if for example you do not like to learn a lot, or maybe you don't want to seek knowledge and you want to apply shortcuts, so your emotions may be very different, and you would see the hardship or the struggle or hard work as very negative. So emotions are somewhat being related to all such things as motivation, as disposition, as personality, as temperament, and your moods also. Emotions can be categorized into various categories. Emotions in major, it can be divided into two. and these categories are, one is primary emotion and the other one is the secondary emotion. Primary emotion is the one which is a triggering factor, which is the basic emotion, as for example happiness, fear, sadness, disgust, surprise. These are the 6 basic emotions which are labeled as primary emotion, and it triggers other emotions. As for example, you have 2 or 3 primary colors, and the combination of these primary colors would result into different other colors and hues. So same is the case with the emotions. You can take the example of colors and color combinations, and you can apply it into the understanding of the primary emotions. But the secondary emotions are those emotions which are being triggered by those primary emotions, which are love, joy, anger, sadness, surprise and fears, which triggers the secondary emotions. If for example we experience fear, then the secondary emotion of the fear would be that we feel threatened, we feel angry, or maybe we feel very dependent on the others. We want to cling to the others, we want to be with the others, we don't want to be lonely. When we are afraid of something, we want to be rescued by our loved ones. So this is the secondary emotion, because the fear, which is a primary emotion, it triggers that we want to be rescued by someone, we want to be consoled by someone, and maybe we feel threatened or maybe we feel anger due to that fear. So these are the secondary emotions. Secondary emotions can be passion, secondary emotion can be optimism, secondary emotion can be irritation, secondary emotion can be disgust, secondary emotion can be shame, and secondary emotion can be nervousness. I think so we all know what do we mean by passion and optimism, irritation, disgust, shame and nervousness. So secondary emotions are somewhat being related to these things. Also you experience different emojis. You have your cell phones, you have your net, so on that you easily have an access on the to the emojis, and these emojis are being reflected through face presentation, face expressions. So these face expressions are being taken from the secondary emotions. Those secondary emotions are well defined and described through these emojis, because these emojis are based on your feelings, the expressions which you are going through with, and whenever you are answer or reply someone, is rather than writing down the expression or feelings or narrating your feelings or maybe expressing your feeling through words, you just simply insert that emoji which represent your mood. So this is somewhat being a representation of the variety of emotions which are somewhat being expressed through the secondary emotions. So human emotions are inborn by nature, but yes, the expression sometimes we learn. Happiness is an inborn, and we usually reflect happiness whenever we are in a positive state, but how to express happiness is somewhat learned through our experiences, through our exposure. तो आप कि अपने जो माहौल होता है उससे आप रिफ्लेक्ट करते हैं अपने इमोशंस को. सो इट मीन्स दैट यू लर्न इट थ्रू योर एक्सपीरियंसेस, योर इमोशन, योर एक्सपोजर, योर लर्निंग, your knowledge being related to it. So these are the things somewhat learn. But yes, the basic emotions, as previously I had told you that there are 6 basic emotions: happiness, sorrow, disgust, surprise, fear. These are the emotions which are somewhat basic emotion, and also love. So these are the basic emotions, but yes, to express these emotions, we learn how to express these emotions. And the basic emotions are all for everyone, for all of us in the whole world are similar. These 6 basic emotions are similar for the whole world. For the people who are living in this world, they have same basic emotions, but expressions of those emotions differ according to the culture, according to the personality, according to the maybe some kind of community, or maybe some kind of language, or some kind of behaviors of the people around. So there are different emotions, and the variety of emotions can be positive and negative emotions. Positive emotions usually help you in giving you more energy to work, to enjoy. As far as the negative emotions are concerned, negative emotions usually distracts you, usually takes away your energy, usually decrease your effectiveness, and you do not have a desire to work, and you feel low, you feel depressed, you feel that you are in your blues. So when we talk about the positive emotions may include hopefulness, confidence, peacefulness, serenity, no unnecessary or negative criticism, taking the things very controlled and in a very composed manner. As far as negative emotions are concerned, it is somewhat being related to hatred, it is somewhat being related to exhaustion, it is somewhat being related to the jealousy, it is somewhat being related to the despair, or maybe some kind of grief, maybe some kind of shame, maybe some kind of frustration, maybe some kind of doubts which people have on themselves, or maybe about their family or family backgrounds. They are so jealous about the others, and they want to just reflect through obnoxious statements, or through obnoxious or bad words or bad behavior, their frustrations. So these are somewhat negative emotions. Factors which affect emotions can be, as we have already discussed about that, they are personality, it can be culture, it can be weather also. Your weather also influences you on your moods. As for example, when you enjoy a rainy season, you become very positive and you take the things very lightly, but for a few, that specific rainy season become very depressive, they become very sad, as missing someone, or maybe aloof or isolated. So the same weather can mean very differently to the different people. Some people enjoy rainy season, some people enjoy summers, some people enjoy autumn, some people enjoy winter. So it depends. So again, emotions also being influenced by your stress. If you are under stress, you would not be in your, if you are under stress which is not controllable, then you would not be in positive emotions, you would be in your negative emotions. Also, age affects upon emotion. When you had been a child, you giggled a lot, you laugh a lot, but when you've been grown up, now you have a very controlled type of emotions. You do not giggle a lot, you do not laugh with sound, very rarely you laugh, or maybe in very controlled situations, you usually control your emotions to a certain extent. Also, you do not reflect your sadness. If you feel like crying, you do not cry in front of everyone or anywhere if you are being an adult or a mature individual. But when you had been a child, you don't bother, you may cry in front of anyone. So age also matters. Again, gender matters a lot, as girls reflect very differently their emotions as compared to the boys. If you take the example of fear, usually boys show that they can manage fear and they have control over fear, but girls usually do not show this kind of behavior or reflect this kind of behavior. What they do, they usually show it through behavior, as for example screaming, or maybe jumping, or maybe rescuing by someone, or maybe they want to be rescued by someone. Environment also plays an important role. You can take the example of today's era, today's period. As for example, when you talk about the pandemic, usually it depresses you, or maybe you get under stress. So but for the others, the same pandemic becomes very positive, because it gives an opportunity for some people to be with their families, to improve their households, or maybe to improve their relationships with their loved ones. So that can be taken as positive by few, and negative by few others. So it again, environment effects. Now, how we perceive emotions. Emotions, we may perceive it through our body postures. As for example, if we are under despair, or if we are in a sorrowful mood, we have very droopy shoulders, we have a very sagging face. But when we are in a happy mood, what we do, we usually giggle, we usually jump, or maybe we have very extended